everyone. This is Carmen.
And Moises.
And you listen to Yoga Burn.
Yoga Burn.
So I haven't thought of a title for today's podcast.
I'm so cold. I'm so hot.
But
I'm so cold. I'm so hot.
Is that what you're going to say?
I'm so hot. I'm so cold.
I think
No?
we should. It's about ice plunging.
Ice plunging.
And saunas.
Saunas.
Because
sauna is the hot part.
So
ice is the cold.
There was one listener that asked
of our thousands of listeners. Thousands.
there was
one.
There was one person that she asked, like, what it was.
Should I? I mean, is it a good idea if I go and plunge in the ice?
Or, on what we thought of it, and she thought that it would be a good idea, and I agreed to do a podcast about that.
Very good.
And just talk about, what we like or what we think of it. Is it like a trend, or just that it's going to fade away, or is there something substantial here?
True.
Like
Good
some
stuff.
real benefits
Or
that
not.
you get,
Exactly.
or not?
Good stuff. So no, I mean, the setup we have, because we found it, right? We cannot land it. It's a gym working out thing, place, optimum performance, place training thing, right? And the way that he has it set up, which is actually works for me very well. He has a sauna that goes high. I mean, it's like I don't know what a professional sauna sounds like, but you can get to 200, and I looked up, and some saunas give you up to 190. This is Fahrenheit, so I have no idea in Celsius how much that is. I think it's like 1,350,000 Celsius.
No, but you have to. Don't you have like the
what?
Like subtract 20 and then divide by 2 or something like that? No?
Oh wow! You
Just
made that up.
to convert.
Did you make that up?
No,
right now? Just awesome.
To convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius.
Yeah, but above a certain number, the math doesn't work very well.
It doesn't work. Okay.
So 200 minus 20 is 180. So it's 90 degrees.
It's very hot.
I would be boiling my balls. It'd be like
it's very okay.
So I'm certain I'm not at 90. Because then I would melt.
It is very.
So
very,
I'm gonna
very,
say
very
maybe
hot.
I am at 85.
It's very hot. All right, let's just say it's very hot.
It's hot as fuck.
And then
you go to the freezer, to the plunge. It's a freezer, which I think is great. Because I mean, you can buy.
We can talk about all that.
You can buy the fancy
ones,
bathtub stuff that they go with these old coils and stuff. And but this guy just got a freezer.
A lot of people do that.
He put like some kind of covering on the wall so you would not hurt it, and you just turn the freezer on. You plug it in, and then you have like a filter to filter the water, right? So once in a while he filters and cleans the water. And the thing is at 32. 32 is minus 1 Celsius. That is cold. I mean, so when we show up on Monday morning and we are the first ones after a weekend of nobody being there, or I mean like a day and a half, Sunday's closed and half of Saturday's closed. So it's been a day and a half of the bloody thing, close the lid. There's like a layer of ice this big. And you have to hit it with a hammer.
Yeah.
And it gets like into chunks. And then we go in. First people of the week. It is cold. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's 32 minus 1 or minus whatever, but that is below zero, obviously, because I mean, there's like a layer of ice bigger than my fist, literally.
It is very, very cold. And the problem, because we looked into a lot of those, like
the more professional looking,
and just
they
more
cannot hit
looking.
the 32. I mean, they usually go to 39
at most. At like the coldest.
So the homey arrangement of this guy actually gives you a higher, a lower.
Apparently, the lower the better. In the temperature
is the more professional.
The better you can get them, the more benefit.
The more you can brag. So it's like it's not even humble bragging, because I learned that one.
Yeah,
it's flat out bragging. 32.
It's actually very, very, very cold.
32.
Because we used to do, like, when I used to do those in Hawaii, for instance, and you fill up your bathtub with, like
8 bags
of ice that you bought in the supermarket and all that, and the water is cold as possible. It's not even close, like not in the same universe as this.
Yeah.
Like,
but
not at all.
But you
like,
did not get a
all.
sauna before you went in. Even then.
Yeah.
Even then, this is harder.
This is harder.
Okay.
This is harder.
Because the when I went in the first time, it was like get into the cold, and I said, well, let's try, see what happened. Like, that was the first beginning of the year or something. I don't know. Whenever we arrived in Phoenix. No, before October or something.
September. You don't even know what
year is this year.
What year it is.
This is 24.
What month it is? You don't know. You don't know anything.
It's a social construct.
So 4 months or so. 4 months
Dates.
or so.
So having the sauna first like raises the temperature of your body. So by the time you get into you have to take like a cold shower to like rinse the sweat out and everything. So for hygienic reasons, which is nice. And then you get into the ice. I think that you can handle the cold much better because
you keep on saying that.
You don't think so? That is the first dilemma we have to solve for our listeners. Do you think the sauna beforehand helps or not? Because I think it helps a ton.
It helps.
The first 2 minutes.
But for me, the first 10 seconds that I am in the ice, then it just gets very cold very quickly. Anyway, Okay. Anyways, I don't think I struggle any less because I have been in the sauna before. I struggle just as much. And it's just the way. I don't know. It's actually for me. I mean, this setup you can do just ice plunging, or you can do cold showers, or you can do just that, or you can combine it with sauna and cold, hot and cold, and it really depends. Like, this is something that it is more and more. It's becoming more and more popular, not just here in the States but worldwide. It's just picking up so much more. But I mean, if you want to try, I would say try both if you can.
I would say try with the sauna first.
And then
I think it does help.
It does. It does.
I mean, just come from outside. It's cold outside. You just take your clothes off, get in a swimsuit, and go into the ice just like that. Yeah. I think it's harder.
It is hard. It is hard. But I don't want you to give the impression that it is.
It helps so much.
It helps so much that it's so easy because you were just in the sauna.
It is 32 degrees.
For 20 minutes,
your nuts are gonna shrink, no matter what.
And it's not at all like that. But there are different elements. I mean, let's just first talk about why we like to do the ice plunging and.
Why do you like to do it?
For
us personally.
For me, let's just start with the mental benefits.
Oh wow, so many. You have to classify them.
Well, you can just talk about
you go.
The physical or
everything all at once. You can classify them.
I think mentally, because I started I like to go point by point.
Yeah.
I think mentally it just gives you a lot of peace of mind.
Okay.
It
calms you down.
It calms you down so much. Like, many times I go in and it's like, it's the middle of the day. I'm just so stressed out because I have to do so many things and I have to, do a lot of emails or whatever. And then it just calms me down and centers me so much. It is otherwise I would keep on being stressed nonstop. And that may seem like it's not such a big deal, but if you're a very type A person, with just always driven, always you want to do this, accomplish this in the day, or accomplish this week, and you want to do this in your practice, and you want to make sure that you do your 3 hours or 3.5 hours of practice, and you want to make sure that many times your mind is your jail. So you feel so trapped and so constricted in this mental construction that you've made that it is your own head.
You escape the jail then. It
just feels very liberating. So it's like
nice.
It's amazing, and it just shuts all that. It just throws all that out the window, and it feels amazing. It's
nice.
So that's
Mentally.
mentally. What do you? I mean, what do you think?
For me, it's a combination of both. The benefits. The first time I did, I mean, the first times I did it, actually, I felt it probably more. The body was very relaxed. The body was very loose. That was one thing. I mean, and with the relaxation afterwards, and the relaxation of the body just gives you like it's a bit of a almost feeling high or drugged, or like a little bit of a druggy feeling.
Right.
Like
That's true.
You are like, if you had one of those calming pills, one of those, I don't know, what are the calming pills?
I don't know, like muscle relaxers.
Yeah, like a muscle relaxer, or one of those like Valium. Wow, that took me a while. One of those things, right? One of those pills that give you like to almost like that. I mean, I don't know how it feels exactly, but I mean that is the feeling that I get. Like I was like the muscles were more relaxed. I probably felt it more in my back and my neck, and my biggest probably that is where I felt more the tension. And with that, I had like a feeling of being loopy. It was more loopy than peaceful or bliss, or it was like a bit loopy and like that, relaxed. And then the second benefit that I felt, and with this we can actually finish the podcast. I lost weight, no doubt. And then, do you need to hear any other reasons? We're done, right? So let me just cancel.
I mean, I'm not. I'm not particularly interested in losing weight. Like I'm not, that's not my main.
That is the only reason why I do this.
That's not my main concern. So for me, that's not. I mean, it's not something that I look for.
Your metabolism goes up, right? And actually, if you do the sauna, and then you do the ice, and then you could go back to the sauna to warm up a little bit because the ice was so cold. But instead of doing that, you don't. You let your body recover from the cold as much as you can.
You should.
That is going to
burn
more fat.
More fat.
There's like a white fat and a brown fat, and I don't know which one you want to keep. One of them has to go. One of them wants to stay. You get rid of the bad one.
You want to keep the brown and beige. There's beige and brown.
Okay.
And you want to get rid of the white.
That is so racist.
Apparently they call it that because under the microscope is how you look at those. I'm not sure cells. That is. So they're like very dark. Okay. They're very dark brown, or they're more like pastel, like cream color, or beige, and they're like more white, more white. But one thing that I heard that in the Huberman podcast, that he was talking about how they thought like this is your fat cells and this is what they are, but with ice, just going in and ice plunging, they saw that some of that white fat cells, they binded with some other chemical in your body, and so they transform themselves into brown,
super fat,
and beige fat cells, because the beige and the brown are, you have to think of that as kind of like the furnace of your body. So it's like the fire, like the burn. So whether you burn for like exercising or just thinking, the brain consumes like 25% of your resources on any given moment. So
for some people,
for you probably more, but at any given moment,
less.
maybe less,
maybe at 2%.
Shut up. So it consumes a lot of your resources.
Let's set on 3%.
Consumes
let's agree to disagree.
A lot of, a big percentage of your resources. So, you the more brown and beige fat cells that you have, the more energy you're also going to have. To do stuff, to work about your day, etc. Right? So the best thing that could happen actually is convert those white cells into the other kind, right? And
it's called recycle.
With ice plunging, they observe that is actually
a very good deal.
It's actually one of the things that happens, So it's very fascinating, like all the science behind it, and and all the, because now they're measuring more and more and more, like all those
They're
things
just trying to experiment, right? Because I mean, the one I liked a lot was the.
Oh yeah, they're experimenting.
So many.
I will volunteer. It's like, can you do?
Can you do 35 minutes?
Can you do 30 plunges in 30 days? Can you do
Okay,
60 plunges? Can you alternate? Can you do this? Can you do that? And
but the one I liked that you told me the most, the one I liked the most that you told me, that was the same different reason, was the number of minutes versus the walls, because they try to go very scientific. If you spend so many minutes in the water, they know that at least if you do 11 a week, you're gonna get benefits of this, of this, of that. Because but then
they like, that's the consensus in from a lot of studies, that if you do 11 minutes a week, right, then you would reap the benefits of, if you do more, okay, but the difference is not that dramatic, but like the threshold is on
11 is a good number
minutes, and you can do it in 2, 3, 4 sessions, or however many, just like however many times you just plunge yourself in ice water. Yeah, but you were saying like,
no, but I like what you said this morning about the walls. Like, I don't know if I call it walls. For me it's more like markers. Because when I'm in the sauna, Joey, the guy that actually handles the sauna and the ice for us, he was saying that you want to be at least 18 minutes, and then 24 is the max. And once you hit 24 in the sauna, it is like the 11 a week of the ice, right? So, but for me, I mean, when I'm in the sauna, I don't know if this is the sauna because it's the same every day, because it's not the exact same temperature or whatever. But what it feels to me when I'm in the sauna is, you go in and you sweat. I sweat immediately. I mean, I sweat very fast. You take a lot of time to sweat, and I sweat like boom. It takes me
a good 12, 14 minutes to start sweating. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
You have no fat.
Like, what am I not sweating? And everyone here is like sweating like bullets.
Because I'm getting rid of all my white fat immediately, right?
Or converting.
Actually, it's probably coming out like.
Anyway.
Right. So, but it feels warm, but maybe more the face than the feet, or the feet and the hands, or the hands and the back. But at some point, it feels like the whole skin, it's like hot. It feels like as if it was really in an oven. I don't know how to explain it better than that. That for me is a marker. I mean, I when I can get to that of the process of my body
what
being.
Have you reached? Is that a good marker? Is that
I like that. Yeah. So usually, what I have experienced, because we've done this enough times, and I like to try crap, right? So if I stay 20 few minutes, 22, 20 something, right? At some point there, usually the body goes and all the skin is like burning at the same time, and this is for me like gate or marker 1. And then like a little bit afterwards, my heart rate goes up, and the body gets like I mean, you can feel like boom, 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 boom. It's strong enough. It's not like it's a little change. It's a big change. You can feel it, and then it calms down. And at that point, it's like my body saying, "I'm done." For some reason, I don't know how else to explain it better than that. But
I'm done. Like, I'm okay.
I'm okay. Here. I'm finished. And
I accept it.
I kind of I usually at that point, if it's usually more or less it's like 24 minutes, more or less around for me, and that is when I come out. I mean, I feel like I've done my cycles. I mean, I've done like the heat has reached all my body. Maybe I don't know if the heart going up means like the temperature of the organs or the heat has actually reached all the organs inside, or I don't know. I mean, but it feels like the whole body is really warm. It's like I'm done. And usually when I come out, I'm a bit loopy. There, so I see.
I'm always.
That's true.
I'm always.
The heat for a couple, like 20-something minutes of heat, you feel loopy. So I sit down. I sit down for a couple of minutes, and usually you come out a little bit before me. So I time you for the ice. So it works very good for us, our schedule. But I have to sit down a little bit afterwards because I'm loopy.
Because people would think, oh, sauna is so nice, and then ice, but actually, I thought that as well. And in the beginning, maybe, okay, fine, but I prefer 10 times more the ice than the sauna now. I mean,
the sauna is long.
The sauna is long, but it's just it's really hard. It's really hard, and I prefer if I the only reason or one of the reasons why I do the sauna is because it's very hard for me, not because I think it's gonna make it easier for the eyes or anything. You know, I'm just a little bit of a masochist, so I just like to make myself endure all these things. And so yeah, just let's do this. You have to do it, but I'm not sure it would be so. I think it would be easier for me to just walk in, undress myself, go bathing suit, go into the ice plunge, and then out. I think that would be easier for me.
Really?
I think so. But that's my opinion. But so
I
that's
just like the process, I guess.
So we're talking about the mental and the physical
The benefits.
the physical benefits. So
You have physical benefits too?
I have some
Wow.
physical
Do
benefits.
tell.
I think for me, I feel like I am so much less sore
Wow.
when I go in the sauna and ice bath, especially the ice bath. I next day and even that day I feel like there's definitely way less inflammation, and so there's just a lot less soreness when I should be pretty sore, you know. And because I like to, I mean, maybe other people don't like to work out or exercise almost every day. I do 6 days a week, and I practice for a long time. I mean, it's not like an hour, so I practice 3.5, 3:45, sometimes a few times 4 hours of practice, which is a big chunk of your day. It's kind of nuts, right? But 3.5 for sure. And so recovery is a big concern for me in it, because like you were talking about those walls as well, and I like to, it's important for me to just do as much as I can to recover myself and get my body ready for the next day, that I practice. I'm not as obsessed as I used to be, so if I need to take another day break, I take it. Or if one day I need to practice only 2 hours, I would do that. But for the most part, yes,
practice.
For the most part, yes. So that recovery is really important, and I feel like, especially for strengthening training, like when I'm doing a lot of handstands or a lot of arm balances or something, hands down, the best. The
ice is the best.
The best. I mean, even if I don't go to the ice, I always like to, put my hands in ice.
That's true.
All in my elbows.
You've been doing that for a long time.
I had been doing that for years, for a long time. And that helps so much. So for those of you that practice a lot of handstands or a lot of arm balances all the time, like you've got a bowl, like a salad bowl, with really hot, cold water, like the 2 trays or 3 trays of ice from the freezer, just put it in there. So it's really cold. You just put your elbow and half of your forearm, 2 minutes. So just kind of like, it's a process, but I mean, it's like they feel good as new. So this is like, much like on steroids, because it's the whole body, you immerse yourself. Some people, when they plunge, by the way, they just go and they leave their arms, their arms out, and I'm like,
cheater.
I mean,
that's cheating.
It's definitely not going to be
not as hard,
the same impact.
No, because I mean,
as impactful as.
Let's talk about the ice now. Then the experience of the ice.
The experience of it.
Experience of the ice. How is the experience of the ice? Like the steps and the process for you.
The process is first, well, I think for someone that has not done it a lot, or or is interested in doing it, or or you're just trying to compare notes, I always try to, like, how do you do it? Like, what do you do? I think being in the sauna for 20 something minutes first, it just also puts you in the right state of mind. So if I walk from the street and I just go only to the ice plunge, I think I would like to do just 10 minutes of just calming myself down, or a little bit of meditation, or a little bit of breath work, or a little bit of something to just be more present and more fully, more in my body. I think that is, or perhaps you do that right after working out. Let's say that you go to a gym, and that now it's just very trendy, and people are offering that in many health clubs, even in yoga studios. So you go to a yoga class or to a training, and then you have to be a little more connected with your body, and then perhaps right away you can go into the ice plunge. So just to be a little bit more in your body. And then the moment I step forward towards the ice, I hit, usually, if it's a good day, I don't, but usually I hit a wall, like we were calling a wall.
You call the walls, and I like the wall.
The wall idea of like, no.
I'm not going in today.
I'm not going in. Like, I'm not doing this. So part of your brain, which is, the one that controls the non-thinking one, the one in the back, not the frontal part. The frontal part is just the one that it just, it's all the rational thinking. But the one in the back, the fight or flight mode and all that, is like, no. And then the frontal part is just telling you,
we paid money for this.
Your
ass is going in.
This
now.
Is okay. This is good. It's good for you. You know how much you like it, and how many benefits you get from this. And the more I stay there, the more they fight. Right? So I have to just somehow just go.
Just go in.
Just go in. Right? So that's why I don't like. Usually I don't like when I go into the ice and there's a lot of people, sometimes there's a lot of people there and there's like only 2 or 3 chambers to do the ice. I like to step outside of that room because the anticipation of it or something, my brain, my, fight or flight mode is just too loud. And so it's like, no, I don't want to do it. Like, see, like all these people, like, no. And so I prefer to just walk outside and just my frontal part is just telling it's okay, calm down. So I have to again, calm myself down, etc. But I usually, like if I'm in a group, and every time I've done it in a large group, whether it's a retreat or something, that I've done, I've always gone at one of the first 3 or 4 people. If there's like 25, I am never going last. Never. Like I will be elbowing everyone. I'm going in or first, or I'm not going. I just can't. So I just that wall I have to like just get in, and then it's really we did this class back when with this guy that had trained with Wim Hof directly. Eric, shout out to Eric. Anyway, and
you know who you are.
And this, yes, in Austin, and so this guy, he just gave me that back when that's such a good piece of advice. Like, as soon as you step in, you cannot stop. Like, you cannot dip your toes. Like, you're in the it's so cold. And just going in. It's
bad
like
idea.
You're never
That's
going in.
That's a very bad idea.
So once you commit,
go
like,
until you're up to here.
Exactly.
Just go in.
One leg, other leg going over, step, squat, sit, all in one motion.
Yeah.
Like, no stopping, no nothing.
Yeah.
The more you stop, it's just very likely that you're gonna come out.
Yeah. We talked this morning about just that part of the process. The process of getting your ass in the water, basically, right? Because when you go to the sea or in the swimming pool, I mean, when the water comes to your belly button, it's like ooh, right? So usually, or the belly or the balls, some area like there, right? It's like ooh.
You hate it, by the way.
No,
when I used to splash you in the ocean, you hate it.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
You're the less
so childish.
The least fun person.
So childish.
It's just not fun for you.
I realized this morning that somehow the brain had created this process of numbing my sensations, at least. So I get one foot in, and by the time I realize where I am again, I'm already in.
Yeah, right.
So if you do that enough times, it seems like there's a process of survival, or like there was they have the books there, Wilhelm Reich, He's talked about how children creates these programs to numb you to go unconscious while you're going through some trouble moment. I mean, and here is the same idea. You're going into the water, into the ice water, really cold. You cannot do anything about it. You have to deal with it. So your brain helps you by numbing your body and goes boom. By the time I realized again that I was feeling something, I was already in.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think
I did that. I don't know. I don't know.
That
for me, it was working like that.
But it's true that the first few times that you go in, you're like, and then as you keep on doing that more and more and more, you just get less and less spastic and theatrical about like, just you go in, you're like, so chill, like go walking in. Perhaps not like that, but it's like, going, walking in, like, so I'm not sure if I'm just adding another layer of programming in myself, or I'm just like getting used to that, and that shock that it used to be
so bad anymore.
It's not that bad anymore.
I tried to,
it could be. I mean, it could be.
I tried to be more conscious today, but it is so fast.
It is
very fast. I mean,
within I would say 10-15 seconds, you have to be all the way.
Just the process of getting in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do if you do what you say, you put one leg in, second in, like a squat, go in.
Down.
In 2 seconds, you're in.
Yeah.
And the water goes through your belly like whoop. I mean, you don't really feel it. It goes so fast in.
Yeah.
And it's so cold that it's like a blanket of coldness. It's all very consistent. Like you're going into a different medium. You're going from air at a temperature into this water at this temperature. So it's such a change that it almost takes the brain a little bit to realize what the heck is happening.
It's true.
And Eric said too that because I don't think that it happens to us anymore, but it did happen in the beginning. You go through those 4 stages of breathing, right?
Oh yeah,
that was a good point.
So good, so good.
When you go in, the body, I mean, it goes from more freaked out to less freaked out.
Right.
And the way you want to work through that is in the beginning is mouth in, mouth out. Like what the heck, I'm surviving. Like who knows?
You're probably gonna do that not anyways. You'll be like like that,
through the mouth.
The first few seconds at least.
Then the next step, as you calm down, you're gonna inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. And that is going to take you a couple of breath rounds again. The next step is nose in, nose out. Still force, still hard. And the last one, when you're already calmed down, you're breathing more calmly now, right? Because by now, again, it's been like, 3 months for us? For 4 months?
4 months, yeah.
I don't go through the steps anymore. I mean, I just breathe normal. And not only that, when I go in, I don't like ice on my back. So, I mean, when I go in, I just go and remove the ice and I move like this. Because if you're steady, like, the body creates this little layer of...
Thermal. Like this thermal layer.
Exactly. The X-Men thermal layer of the body.
But it's true. Like, if you're... Like, anybody that has done ice plunging, they know this already. Like, when you are in the ice bath...
You don't move.
You don't move.
You don't want to move.
Nobody moves.
Nobody wants to move.
Everybody's like... like that. You just barely blink.
You're like a rabbit, and there's an eagle in the sky.
Exhale. I mean, everyone has their own techniques. Depending on how big the tub is, or the freezer is, and you can bend your legs and put your hands. I mean, usually what happens is that the hands and the feet are the first parts.
The toes and the fingers.
The toes and the fingers. Or the hand.
The hands is bad.
Like, the hand is equally painful everywhere in the hand, right? So you can protect those a little bit. Like, for example, the hands, you just tuck them under your
I grab my knees. I wrap my hands around my legs like that. So
I put my
underneath.
Let just show. This is my leg.
That's your leg. Yeah, that's right.
So just but the mic.
You put the mic right there.
Wait, no. Like, the mic is here.
No, put it here, right here. They go. Right there. So they
cannot see anything.
Right
no, here. Like, here. This is my leg. Okay. How can I put it?
How about if I move this?
Okay. This is the leg, and then just put it like there. This is your hand, like there.
I'm gonna put it back so they can hear you.
Just put it like behind. Like,
so
behind
I put it like
like that.
And it does a lot. Actually, sometimes when I come out, my whole hand is red, but on the palm there's a little circle of more white
skin.
So
there's a little bit like a few tricks or techniques that you may want to.
But the toes are gonna hurt no matter what you do.
But the toes and even
the hands, like that,
the hands are like that is still gonna hurt pretty bad pretty soon. So if it wasn't for the toes and the hands,
you could stay a long time.
I think you could stay a lot longer.
The good thing is that the toes and the fingers, at least for me again, it gets to a point of pain, but it doesn't go over. It doesn't go like, oh my God, it keeps hurting and hurting and hurting and hurting and hurting and hurting until I have to come out.
It's almost like,
it gets to a point and it's like, and you go, shit, this hurts. And you go, zzz, and you cruise it. I mean, like, it's the exact same pain for as many minutes as you want to stand them. If you want to be like 3 or you want to be like 7, it's going to be the same pain. You just breathe.
I think
and that's it.
So let's say like the first milestone is just getting in. The second is just like calming down
the breath
once you get in. And then you would think like, okay, I'm in here in the water. I'm not moving because this, it's like if you move, then it's like the thermal layer disappears. So it's like, okay, not moving. I'm not moving. I'm putting my hands there. Just my technique, whatever that is. But I feel like at some point
just say it. You start shaking.
I start shaking.
Okay.
No, before that.
It gets worse.
There's some ups and downs.
Oh.
Like mentally, like at some during a few, I don't know, breaths, it seems like I can stay forever here. Like I am just so great. Cool. Like I'm so good. 1 minute, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. You're like, this is so easy. Like I can do this like so easily. And at some moment, like things shift so much, and they start like, oh my God, I need to get out. And then you overcome that moment of like weakness, like, oh my God, I need to come out. And then you calm yourself down again, and then you're back to like, I'm okay.
So that's a wall.
That's another wall. And then, but I feel like in the beginning, I hit many walls like that. That happened all the time. Like I was like, I'm okay. For like 15 seconds, and then it's like, I'm bad. I need to come out. I'm okay. I'm bad. So it just kind of like that. It shifted a lot. Now, not so much. Not so much. Now it's just much more calm, and I am pretty calm. And sometimes I feel like my heart beats very fast. It doesn't.
I don't feel the heart in the water.
I feel my heart beats extremely fast, like and so strong. And because I am, so quiet usually, then you can almost like hear and feel it like just pumping so strongly. And so it's just a little bit scary sometimes. I like to, by the way, when you were talking about the breath, I like to still many times exhale through the mouth, like inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. It's
fun because it's like this vapor, and it goes. It's like a fog on top of the cold water. So
it helps me. It helps to be more.
It's entertaining.
It's
just
zone.
entertaining.
No, it's like
it's so entertaining.
For you, it's entertaining, but it helps you to be more calm and more in the zone of like good breathing. I try to practice more hyperventilation and more buteco, like 2-5. So I want to do like shorter inhalations but very long exhalations. And so I'd like to experiment with that.
I never thought about it.
I do it all the time, like all the time. Whoever said like don't do it, or like I do buteco all the time in the water, like so much. But I mean, I sometimes do maximum 2 breaths a minute, maximum like two breaths, usually a breath and a quarter per minute. So it's amazing. Like,
I do 6.
It's like such a long exhalation, so long. And I play with that and I experiment with that, and that also makes the time goes
much faster.
Much faster.
Because if you count breaths, it's like 3 breaths, I'm done. 3 minutes.
And then I kind of like 1, 2, 3, and then exhale, 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 exhale. And by the time you're like, oh, 30 seconds have passed, or 45 seconds have passed in this one exhalation, so I play with that, and then it just like you're saying, like your hands, your feet are getting uncomfortably cold, and sometimes my neck, my shoulders also, if you're up to here, right, in the water. Because sometimes I realize that if by holding my legs so tightly with my arms, I had a lot of tension in the shoulders.
Why do you hold tight? You just put my hands
because
there.
I was just so cold in the water that I would hug myself so tightly. And then when I came out, I used to feel like someone had put ropes around my shoulders and my arms, that they were just pulling me down like so hard. It was so painful after the ice, not in the ice, but after,
because of the tension in the water.
Because of the tension. So then I realized that
you were holding the tension.
I was
you
holding
have to, like,
so
chill
tightly.
out.
It's like just relax a little bit more. Stay less. It's okay.
Do less.
And so it's important to just kind of time yourself.
Yeah.
But I usually start to shiver, at some point. I think everybody does. I mean, I don't. Some people don't. Depends on a number of factors.
Yeah.
One of them is obviously
how much fat you have.
Like
Sorry,
fat,
but that's the thing.
Fat.
Because whenever you start shivering, I start shivering 3 minutes later.
Fat.
I'm prepared.
And that doesn't mean that you have to come out necessarily or anything.
Does it? We never tried the. If you stay long, does it stop?
Yeah. For me, it does.
Oh, you stop shivering? Because usually when I do the shivering, it's like, I get out now.
That's what I do. But I mean, because there's like, for me, it's like there's different levels of shivering when I'm in the ice water. I can shiver a little bit like that a little bit,
like a giggly,
and then it goes away,
like a little.
But at some point, it catches up with you, and so you shiver nonstop, and you're almost like shaking so much in the water that it's just there's no point. It's just
waves.
not gonna stop. It's just not gonna.
That one is not gonna stop.
You just know. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to stop that because, I mean, from my perception, that cold has reached really that inner body temperature so much. Like the core, it has reached that coldness has reached more inside. And so there's just no way for me to just warm up any other way except coming out.
Interesting.
And so no. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
We never tried. I mean, I don't think we have tried.
I like today, for instance, when we did it, I started to shiver, and then it went away, and then like a minute later or 90 seconds later, it came back again, and it was much more powerful, much stronger, and sometimes I can calm it down again, and then but at some point it's just not possible. So, but it's I think that also once depends on how much experience you have, you can play with time length, and just timing yourself. Not more time is necessarily better. So, you just kind of like, you get some guidance when you do it, and then you can eventually. But one thing that I noticed for sure is that you shiver a lot less the more you do it.
Yeah.
The more you do it, your body gets used to like those drastic changes so much. And so it becomes so resilient and so strong. Like you feel it. Like one of the things that I didn't like so much about living in Hawaii is that you're always living in this like 10-degree frame temperature. And I honestly felt weaker. Like I lived there for 5 years. It could be, and it could be my imagination, but I would feel like my immune system, my overall endurance, my everything, I felt much weaker. When I lived in Chicago, strong as a bull. And I was sick every winter in Chicago, every winter, because it was just like
so
horrible and so cold. And I used to go to teach privates in my scooter. And so you just sweat and go in the cold in your scooter and you just go and up and go. So I had like 5 colds every year. and still I felt so strong, like so powerful, and like my immune system rocks. But in Hawaii, not so much. So I feel like this is definitely bringing that aspect back. It just
The immune system, huh?
helps you so much to just feel robust.
Nice.
That's a good word.
Robust.
Like, yeah, you feel like so
Nice.
strong, and yeah, it's really good. And also, I mean, for those of us that practice asanas that are a little bit more challenging, or handstands or something, and you're used to do things that are difficult and uncomfortable for your body, then okay. But there's people that just don't do that. They just don't put themselves in those kind of situations, and it's actually good for you,
Yeah.
both physically and mentally. Just kind of, can you overcome this?
I think it's a good practice to give little victories to your body or your mind. Like, you got into the ice,
Yeah,
you waited, or you lasted like a minute, or you got into the sauna and you wanted to come out, but you came out only when you wanted to come out the third time, for example, right?
exactly.
So those little victories, I think they are healthy.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't want to put yourself in a situation that is desperate. It's like, the whole fight or flight, and that you're gonna freak out and stuff. But in a control situation, and you push it to a limit that you want to get out, the door is right there, so you can get out. It's not like you're torturing yourself. You're like training yourself to some extent, and you're like almost training your will, or like the strength of your brain and the will and the stuff, right? And I think it's healthy. I think the body and the mind likes it. I mean, your body seems to enjoy those little challenges, and to come out and say, I did that. That was me.
Apparently also, when you get very stressed out and you have, all this, because life stresses you out, you have all these stressors in your body, all these chemicals in your body to stress you out. The more stressed out you are, the easier to stress you out again tomorrow.
Oh.
And so you are very, very
prone
and very sensitive to just like, oh my God, nobody liked my post or something.
Again.
And then you just get into a stress mode, and this sympathetic.
I heard of the condition. It's called Karenism. Yeah, you've heard that too.
You get that, but with the eyes, then that is going to bring up that threshold a lot higher.
It's a Karenism suppressor.
So it's just gonna suppress that, push that ceiling of you feeling stressed for almost anything. Just push it a lot more, and and you want that, because you usually make, for instance, you just make far worse decisions when you're stressed out.
Yeah.
When you're stressed out, you're like, okay, just
easiest way out.
Easiest, like, what do I do? But you're not really thinking, and just, okay, but what if I did this? What if I did this other thing? And just that stressful moment, it only helps, and it's very useful for very stressful, literally very stressful situations, like, oh my God, like a car is just about to run over me right now, or and then
save your life at any cost.
Exactly. But if not, no,
there's no need to pay such big cost for decisions. True.
And so that helps. That helps so much for that as well. So I think it's definitely it pays off. It's not a trend, or for me,
would you recommend it to anybody? To everybody?
1,000%.
To somebody?
1,000%.
To everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
1,000%.
Me too.
Because it helps so much.
Everybody.
Physically, mentally.
From 10 to 100.
Yeah.
I would recommend it. I mean, like for children too.
It's
everybody.
It will help you, and everyone has their own things in their bodies, etc. But it will help you so much with your injuries, with your problems, with your, for depression, for some people. I mean, there's been studies now for addictions, like nicotine addiction, for example, and smokers. So you can, nicotine creates this chemical process in your body besides the nicotine running through your body, but it creates like this process, cascade of effects in your body, and which the ice plunge kind of emulates. That's like a kind of a high that you're saying. It kind of like gets you in a kind of different. And so for some, I mean, I'm not saying like it's gonna make you stop smoking, but for some people, they get high on the ice.
On the ice.
Right, instead of or drugs or alcohol or addiction, to gambling or whatever. So it's that such a strong stimulus that it can help you in that as well, in that aspect as well. So it definitely is something to consider, and it's just so easy and so natural to do. I mean, you don't have to take any pills or anything. You just go and then let your body react to that, but I think it's, I have to keep on exploring it more and more and more and more, and just doing it like more long term. I think we can do another podcast in the future more about long term, the effects that we're seeing. I bought like this sauna blanket for home. I mean, just so many things. So it just so many things that we can give an updated podcast in the future about this. So yeah.
Good.
Do you want to say something else?
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
They know everything.
They know everything.
They know everything.
So try it.
Good. Try it.
And let us know. Pretty cool, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much.
This was Carmen.
I'm Moises.
And you listen to Yoga Burn. Bye.